We're going to look back at the quarterbacks selected in the 2016 NFL Draft. 7 quarterbacks were taken before Dak Prescott went in the 4th round, 135th overall. So, B-Mac, when you look back at 2016, which squad that drafted a quarterback has the most regret for passing on Dak?
I mean, you look at the top 4 teams, and then later in the draft, you see 3 teams there on that graphic. Clearly, it's easy to say all of them right now, right? Because outside of Carson Wentz, you didn't really see any quality play from any of the rookie quarterbacks this season. But at the time of the draft, many teams felt like Dak Prescott, best case scenario, was a 3rd rounder based on his draft grade. I felt like he was much better than what people was giving him credit for based on what I saw him do in the SEC. He was an unbelievable quarterback in the SEC, and at one time, remember what 2 years ago, they were a top 5 team.
I think they were number 1 in the country.
Number 1, yeah. So for him to do a lot more with a lot less, speaks volume about what type of player he is. So it's easy to say the Rams, the Eagles, but no one had Dak Prescott going 1st overall. Because if that happened, if that was a reality, they probably would have tried to fire everybody who had something to do with that pick. And also, too, like I say, if Dak Prescott went to the Rams, is he a Pro Bowler? Probably not. The same can be said for any of the teams that we saw in that graphic.
But could you say, though, maybe the Cleveland Browns, who took a Cody Kessler, he might not have been a Pro Bowler, but I think he would have been an upgrade from what the Browns have. And with those weapons, we saw what Terrell Pryor could do this year. Maybe there would have been a connection there because Cleveland, they drafted Johnny Manziel and Brandon Weeden. So they could have some regret because they've just bombed in terms of draft picks and quarterbacks.
They've been bombing for a lot.
We can go just down the line, right?
Yeah. But also, too, you put Dak Prescott in the position of where they drafted Cody Kessler. Dak Prescott probably wouldn't have done too much either. The offensive line is night and day compared to what they have there in Dallas. And when you have a quality, consistent offensive line, it takes a lot of pressure off your plate. Remember, Cody Kessler, he was in and out of the lineup because he was dealing with concussions because he was always getting hit.
True.
So, it's a hand-in-hand relationship based on, yes, if he got drafted a lot sooner, he definitely wouldn't be in the position he's currently in.
I think, though, the Browns probably would have had a better season. You think they could have got a couple of wins with Dak Prescott as their quarterback?
No, maybe the same. Well, they got 1 win.
I was trying to see, did they end up with 1 win?
Yeah, they got 1 win.
Just 1 win.
They beat the Chargers.
Right, so you don't think Dak could have got them to 2 wins? 2 wins for the Cleveland Browns with Dak Prescott?
Probably not.
You just don't believe it. Cleveland 1-15. They couldn't even got to 2-14. Dak can't get you an extra win.
Not with that team.
They just not that good. Period.
That team was bad a year from this past